Hey, what's up, guys? It's Dan again from CryptoCamacho.com, here to talk about those little intangible coins we call cryptocurrency. You can't feel them, you can't touch them, you can't smell them, you can't taste them, you can't put them in your pocket, you can't put them in your wallet, but dang, does it feel good to put them in your, I guess, your virtual wallet, right? You can't put them in your actual paper wallet like I have right here. Can I put a Bitcoin in here? Nope, I can't, but they sure do feel good to put in a fake wallet that's on the internet, right? Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Today I wanted to talk about IOTA, give a recap of what actually has taken place in the last, I guess, week, right? The last few days, IOTA has been crazy. We've gone on a very, very wild ride, and let's just get right into it right now. So today I wanted to talk about the review. I wanted to review and do kind of a post-mortem of IOTA and what actually took place in the last few days. There's been a lot that has happened. It's been a very, very wild ride. As you can see, we've gone all the way from, let's just call it, let's just say, 145, all the way up to, what's the top here? The top was about 550, 560 approximately, right? So we've seen an increase of, and let me get over here, let me click out of here. We have seen an increase of about 300%, right? Approximately. In the last, I'm basing it off of like December 2nd. So in the last 4 days, we've seen about a 300% increase, which you guys have all really taken part of and seen. And congratulations to those of you that got in really early on and made a lot of money. Congrats to those who watched my previous videos and saw this kind of coming, saw the writing on the wall for this one. Very, very happy with my returns. Really, really happy with what has happened. Today, though, I want to talk about the dip, and I want to talk about what exactly happened. But first, I want to address some questions that I keep getting about IOTA. In the comments on these videos, I keep getting, should I buy IOTA? Is it too late to buy IOTA? Should I get in now? Is it too late? Is it too late to buy at 4? Is it too late to buy at 5? And, the frank answer I have is I don't really know. But the way I look at it is like this. If I was a day trader or a position trader, I would not get in at $5, right? That's just suicide. If I'm looking to make a quick buck, if I'm looking to buy and sell within a few day period or a few hour period, I would not get in at the top. I would not get in anywhere over $5, right? Because it is bound to fall. It is bound to drop and pull back. It's not going to go up forever, right? And the fact that it was going up so much, it's a no-brainer. You don't buy when it's at the very top if you're trying to make a quick buck, right? There's an argument to that people could have said the top was at 350 and it went all the way up. That's true, but your risk outweighs the benefits, right? And this is an atypical rise, I would say. This does not happen very often, and so I would treat it with caution, right? And that's exactly what I did. And so people are asking, okay, well, if I'm a long-term investor, if I'm going to hold it for a couple of years, is it still okay to get in at 5? And my answer to that would be yes. That is totally fine to get in, anywhere at these levels right now, because if everything goes the way that Microsoft hopes and everything goes the way that IOTA hopes it goes, in a year, in a 2 years time period, we're going to see the price point at many times higher than $5. So yes, I would get in. If you're going to hold it for a year or two and you're banking that the technology is viable and you're banking that the pilot that Microsoft and the proof of concept that they're drawing out is going to work and be a success, then yes, I think there's a huge amount of potential for IOTA, right? Then if you're a day trader or a position trader, you got to think of short-term versus long-term, right? And what you would do and how you would play those bases. So now let's look at the dip. I warned in many comments in my YouTube videos, I warned many times that there was going to be a dip and that a dip was going to happen, anywhere within the 5 range, and I said it, and I hope many of you picked up on that and were watching for that, because that's exactly what happened, right? So we see once we got to 556 or 560, we tanked all the way back down. Let's just make this chart easier. Right here, right? We tanked all the way back down to 350, which is a pretty big tank, right? That's a pretty big drop. And anybody can kind of see that. But, if you were to be paying attention to this and watch the dip, you could have actually made some money here, right? Because we see one time it dipped right here, and that was the base we saw. It actually dipped right here. That was a base, that was a base, that was a base. This is another base. These are really the stronger bases right here that I would look at. Let me zoom in here so this makes sense to you guys. These are the stronger bases that I would look at, right? You could have bought right here and you would have been fine, right? You could have made your money back right here. You could have bought really at any of these bases and been totally fine. And that's what I keep telling you guys. Watch the bases. Watch the bases of support. Where things drop and then go back up, that signifies there's support. There's support at 350. Again, that magical number, an even 350. There's support. People thought, okay, it's dropping to 350, it's going to bounce, and it did, and it drove the price up, right? Enough people, the majority of people, thought, okay, I need to get in at 350. This is a low point. I'm going to bank and bet that I'm going to make money and it's going to go up. Enough people did that, and it went up. And this happens every single time there's a base, right? So the next time that the price falls below 350 would be a very, very good opportunity to buy. Whether or not you buy at 350, up for debate. It usually goes a little bit lower than the base, as you can see right here, right? Went a little bit lower the next time, right? Doesn't always happen, but it does often happen. And so if you were to watch this base, and this was your base you're watching, you had all of this room right here to buy. And those of you that did buy, you've already made your money back, and you've made more, right? So this is what I've been trying to teach you guys, trying to tell you of how to approach this. Let's just get rid of all these. I don't even know how to clear these all. But anyway, this is what I'm trying to teach you is around these bases when they happen, you can still profit on the decline because they bounce up. You just got to be careful that the drop and the dip is deep enough and that you invest at the right time. And the way to do that is to look at the previous bases that have already happened because it's the same audience looking at the same charts, making the same investments, right? I mean, new people come on, but people are looking and everybody has like a similar psychology of how, when to buy and sell. And it's very emotionally based, right? So when it gets too low, people are thinking, oh, I'm going to get in. And when it gets too high, people are thinking, I'm going to profit and I'm going to sell. And this is why the price goes up and down, guys. So anyway, I just wanted to give you that quick review on IOTA about the strength going up, about the dip going down. What's going to happen from here? Not quite sure. At this point, I would treat IOTA as any other cryptocurrency. I would trade it like any other cryptocurrency. I don't think there's anything special about IOTA at this point today, only because, the news broke. Microsoft is doing a pilot and other Fortune 500 companies are doing a pilot with IOTA, with the company. Next time, I think the pilot's scheduled to be, updates maybe come in the middle of this month or maybe the end of the year. But I would watch for the updates on that particular pilot, on that particular, getting comments here, on that particular pilot with Microsoft and the other Fortune 500 companies. I'd watch that very closely. And depending on how that goes, will determine what the price will be in the next couple of months. So watch that very closely. I will likely give updates on that. I'm in it for the long haul, so I'm trying to accumulate as many IOTA coins as I can. I have bought and sold a few times, but I'm trying to hold as much as I can because I do believe that the price is going to go up in the long term, meaning 6 months or more. I do believe there's going to be a lot of potential here. So keep that in mind. Hopefully you guys found this useful. Is there any other questions? I'm getting a lot of questions about where do I buy IOTA. There's really 2 places you could buy IOTA and 2 places only, right? The first place is on Binance, and that's the one I've been recommending. I've enjoyed Binance. I'll do a review on it quickly or soon here so you guys can see it. Very straightforward to use. I haven't had any problems with them. Funding my wallets have been fine. Transferring money from Coinbase or other wallets have been fine. The only issue I ran into with Binance was when they were down. When there was the big run up on IOTA, Binance was down for, I don't know, maybe half hour, and it did frustrate me quite a bit because I was trying to buy and sell during that period of time. And I just couldn't get in all the time, so that was definitely frustrating. The second place to buy it is on Bitfenix. I don't use Bitfenix anymore because they don't allow U.S. users anymore. I did have a Bitfenix account. I used it for quite a while, and I actually really liked Bitfenix, but they don't allow U.S. citizens anymore to use the exchange, so I didn't use that one. I don't recommend it because of that. If that changes, I may reconsider, but that's another option you have. But yeah, that's really about it. I keep getting questions of, where can I buy IOTA? And really it's from Binance or Bitfenix. Those are the main 2 options. I also get questions of, what IOTA wallet should I use? There really aren't too many options right now. You can use the IOTA wallet that's on the iota.org website. It's crappy. I'm not going to lie. It's not the best wallet out there. That'll improve with time. I keep my coins on a cross between on the exchange and within the IOTA wallet. Maybe I'll do a tutorial on the IOTA wallet at some point in time. But you are kind of limited to options. If you have a significant amount of money in IOTA, it's definitely something to be cautious of, especially if you're leaving it on the exchange. I would definitely get that IOTA wallet working. But if you have a small amount of money, I wouldn't worry about it too much because, the idea that somebody's going to go in and hack your wallet and steal $100 is just not that feasible, right? They're looking for big accounts, thousands of dollars or more. But anyway, this is IOTA today. Let's see where IOTA goes tomorrow. Been very fun ride with you guys. It's been very fun engaging with you guys in the community. Loving all the comments. You guys are teaching me a ton. Especially the folks that are putting in some valuable comments there, talking about the mathematics, talking about the analysis, talking about kind of the supply and demand of it all, about IoT. I love that stuff. I've been working in that stuff for a while. So keep it coming, guys. Again, I'm Dan from CryptoCamacho.com. Hopefully you guys found this useful. If you have not subscribed yet, click on that little red button right down there and subscribe. I'll give you daily updates on cryptocurrency, and I will teach you how to make a lot more money in cryptocurrency to come, right? We're at the ground floor. The sky is the limit. I'm not saying that as a cliche. I'm saying that because mass adoption has not even happened yet. And the people that are watching this are the innovators. They're not even the early adopters yet. We're still in the innovators phase. Next phase is early adopters. That's when it's going to start trickling into mainstream, which is barely starting right now. And it's going to continue, right? The early adopters. And that is going to be a massive surge when that happens for all altcoins, all Bitcoin, all cryptocurrencies, right? Don't get me wrong. Some of the altcoins are garbage and they're going to go down, but a lot of them are going to go up, like IOTA, right? Like others. I'm Dan. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. I'll see you next time.